Let's take a look at our family tree. Here we are, the humans. They're also the bonobos, the gorillas, the orangutans, and the chimpanzees. Together we make up the hominidae, or the great apes. These other species are so similar to us, yet we continue to destroy their homes. We continue to lock them in cages. We continue to use them for our own profit and amusement. Let's take a closer look at some common assumptions of what it really means to be human. One of the things that often creates a barrier between species is linguistics. We assume that because other species do not speak our language, they do not speak any language. People associate language with intelligence. This is not true. While it is true that non-human great apes do not have as wide a variety of vocalizations as humans, this is simply due to their different vocal cords. It is an anatomical difference rather than one relating to intelligence. One of the ways that non-human great ape intelligence has been proven is through interspecies communication. Interspecies communication is communication with another species through a common language. Many non-human great apes have been successfully taught sign language as a form of interspecies communication. To learn more about interspecies communication, I met with a representative from the Gorilla Foundation. The Gorilla Foundation is a non-profit organization. They are dedicated to preserving and protecting gorillas and other great apes through interspecies communication, research, and education. The Gorilla Foundation was created by Dr. Francine Penny Patterson after a research project she conducted that involved teaching a gorilla a modified version of American Sign Language. She taught the world-famous Coco the gorilla to have full-on conversation. So, let's take a closer look at what makes Coco so special.
My name is Lisa Holliday, and I'm the Executive Assistant for Dr. Penny Patterson. and I'm also Coco's assistant. She is like a human in every way possible. I mean, it's like having a girlfriend. She's really that similar. If raised in the same environment that I was raised in, she has the same abilities I do, except for the verbal language. I mean, but she uses sign and can say everything, communicate anything with her hands. I interact with her in lots of ways. I ask her what kind of meals she would like, and I prepare them for her.
It sounds as though the famous gorilla has lots of choice in what she would like her days to look like. Sign language helps her communicate her wants and needs.
I go outside with her, I stay inside with her. Basically whatever Coco would like her day to look like, I'm there to facilitate that and make sure she has enjoyable days.
Another way for any ape to express themselves is through art. There have been many documented cases of non-human great ape artists. Coco, along with Michael, her companion, love painting. The gorillas enjoy expressing themselves through painting, as well as painting things that they see in their daily lives. The painting you see was titled Bird by Coco. Coco painted it after being visited multiple times by an avian friend. A Steller's jay would come and perch on her back. She then decided to paint the beautiful bird. In addition to sign language, do you think that the painting is a way for her to kind of express herself?
Absolutely. I think she uses everything at her disposal to communicate. She's constantly wanting to communicate. She wants to engage. She enjoys that. I mean, even down, just like how we are, like if there's 3 people sitting together and 2 are talking and one's feeling left out, that can happen with her too. I mean, like if 2 of us are at her porch visiting and talking and she doesn't feel included, that's going to be a problem. So she wants to engage.
For years it has been said that the thing that sets us, humans, apart from other species is our capability to feel emotions.
You see their ability to share emotions. I think that, like when you see Coco missing her cat, it communicates that they have those same emotional abilities that we do. That can shift people's preconceived ideas of appearance, or that they're not as smart or is not able to feel or communicate the same way we can.
When asked to describe Coco's personality, Lisa responded as though talking about a friend.
She is the sweetest, cutest thing ever. She is just like us in so many ways. She has all the range of emotions that we have, and I've seen those. I mean, she can be having a grumpy day, she can be having a really good day. Like yesterday, she was really upbeat and in a great mood.
Those great apes that can speak sign language often communicate their emotions through their hands.
Michael actually recollected his parents and the poaching that happened in his personal family and was able to communicate that.
Here's an example. Michael, the gorilla you are about to see, lived at the Gorilla Foundation's facility. However, he was not always a captive gorilla. Michael's parents were poached for bushmeat. Here he is recalling the day he became an orphan. Michael gave us an accurate description of a poaching raid. Squash refers to blood, and a tooth or bone almost always exit the mouth if the shot enters the head or neck. His mother would have cried before hearing the sharp noise or the shot. The bullet's entry point often looks like red lips. Michael accurately remembered his mother's murder, although it had been around 27 years. This is an example of the direct impact we have on our fellow great apes. Sadly, Michael's story is not unique. The bushmeat trade is an ever-growing threat to great apes, as well as other animals. Adult apes are poached and killed, while the children are taken to be sold as pets, public attractions, or to be placed in another unnatural and cruel condition. Every year, more than 5 million tons of bushmeat are taken from the Congo Basin alone. why apes' emotional range includes ability to feel empathy for all living creatures. Here's an example. Others say that perhaps the largest barrier between ourselves and our relatives is the matter of intelligence. Many believe that the thing that truly sets humans apart from other species is our capability to think, reason, invent, and use tools. However, many recent studies are proving this common assumption wrong.
If she can figure out which caregivers don't know sign language, and she'll simplify her signs for those people. But if she knows that you know sign language, she's going to up her game and sign more. She knows that I only know some, but she's funny. Even with me, she gradually ups the amount of sign language she assumes that I should start getting it now. And she'll, all of a sudden, each day, she's using more and more signs with me, and I figure it out, and I'm kind of learning as I go. You know, sometimes I have to clarify, oh, what does she mean by that? You know, what does that sign mean? But then if she uses a sign and I figure out what it means, then I start using it, and then she'll use that one more because she knows I know that. And she does that with each of us, so it's nice. She'll go through cookbooks and she will pick out the recipes she would like to try. I have to make them gorilla friendly, you know, within her diet. But she knows what she likes. She picks them out. She'll tell me, like the other day, she was like, every picture she found, she pointed at the cherries to let me know she wanted cherries. I brought cherries the next day. She was thrilled. $8 cherries. I mean, she not only uses sign language to communicate with us, she'll find pictures in magazines and tear them out and leave them for me, or anybody else. She'll find cards that can communicate what she wants that day. She's got little flashcards, and she'll pull them out and lay them out for you. She matches things. I was coloring, and I said, what picture do you want me to color? She picks out the frog. I say, what colors do you want me to use? She picks out the colors. And then I realized that she had me color the picture of this frog to match a blanket she has of frogs. And then she took that picture and laid out her blanket and put the frog picture on top of her blanket with all the same colors. I mean, it's amazing. There are these little things she does every day that you're just like, wow.
Another one of the usual assumptions is that great apes do not have the same family bonds and relationships that we do. However, there have been many documented relationships between non-human great apes, as well as interspecies relationships. Coco has relationships with her keepers,
I find her to be one of my good friends. I have grown to love both Coco and Ndume.
her fellow gorillas,
She did sign with Michael. Her and Michael would sign to each other.
other animals,
Coco missing her cat.
and even her baby dolls.
She has baby dolls that she carries around, and she does sign to the baby dolls.
The reason that it stands out in people's memories is because there's an emotional surprise there. There's a giant gorilla with a tiny, tiny, tiny helpless kitten and being gentle and loving toward that kitten.
Coco rhymed a name for her new kitten. She called him All Ball because to her the cat looked like a little ball. Coco adored All Ball, and they spent countless hours playing together. And yet, it was by loving the little tailless kitten that Coco learned one of life's hardest lessons. One evening, All Ball was tragically killed on a nearby logging road. Coco was heartbroken.
Coco, All Ball, hit by a car.
I went in right away and I said, Coco, something's happened to your kitty and he won't be here anymore. You know, the cat has died.
Penny stayed with Coco to comfort her. And later, privately, Coco expressed her grief.
We need to treat everything and everybody with respect, human or non-human. The DNA made us so similar in other, in all ways, not just heritage. We're their biggest predator, really, and they're our closest relative. That shocks me sometimes, that we're so detrimental to them and we're so similar to them also. Like, how do we do that? I think humans, in order to treat great apes with equality, need to understand that this planet is not just ours, that we have to share it. You got to get the word out or they're going to be gone.